Not to yuck your yum, but I'm about to crash out in this video. And this is what you're signing up for.
絶対に誰にも渡さん。
俺もお前に夢中になってるってこと。
木なら奪う。あんたの許しなんかいらない。
君の家族への思い伝わったよ。
I will not be held responsible for the atrocities committed in this anime, okay? Trigger warning. Lot of cringy scenes, okay? I will be sharing all the down bad, just crazy, straight to jail clips with you in each episode of Diabolical Lovers. Oh, wrong anime. Brothers Conflict. That's what I meant to say. There's 12 episodes. We're gonna power through them. And no, I will not be sharing a summary because there is no plot. This is a nothing burger. How did we get here? Well, I got a little nostalgic. I got a little, haha, let's watch Brothers Conflict for the shits and giggles. Haha, it's not that bad, right? Right? Well, I forgot a lot. And that's saying something because there's a whole lot of nothing happening in terms of plot. But oh boy, is there a lot of crimes being committed against the main character, Emma. I feel like at the end of this video, you and I are gonna be on our way to a psych ward because guys, it's not looking good. Brothers Conflict, for those of you lucky enough to never cross paths with, is an anime that follows the story of a high school girl known as Emma Hinata. Emma Hinata is also known as Chi in this anime by Julie, this chipmunk. Very cute chipmunk. This high school girl finds herself living in a strange living situation due to her father getting remarried or married. And he's not getting married to just anyone. He is getting married to Chi's classmate's mother. Classmate? This guy, Yusuke. GG's Yusuke, because Yusuke has a gigantic crush on Emma, but unfortunately their parents are getting married, so now they're stepbro, stepsis. Imagine your mother marrying your crush's father. It's gotta hurt. So I did feel bad a little bit for Yusuke. But then again, he's pretty tame in the anime, so I don't know how he is in the Otome game. That's another thing. Brothers Conflict is, its source material is an Otome game. Why was the Otome game made? I don't know why. Like I said, there's not much to the plot. It's a nothing burger. And because it's a nothing burger, most of these brothers find themselves slowly falling in love with Emma. And yes, I will be interchangeably calling her Emma and Chi because Chi is cute, but so is Emma. They're both cute names. Anyway, even brothers that I thought were safe. Oh, he's not gonna fall in love with her. He's not gonna try and pull a move. Psych! No. She is safe from no one. With the exception of one or two, but still. One too many. Like, I trusted you, apron bro, apron lawyer bro. I trusted you. And for context, you're like, what the frick are you talking about? It's been forever since I've seen this. Okay, so for some context. This is like the second eldest brother, I believe. I forgot his name. It was like Yukio or something like that. I'm just gonna call him the lawyer brother. Lawyer bro, I thought we were safe from him, but basically, this dude decides to demonstrate to Emma how to properly chop up larger pieces of meat. And he like, he puts his arms around her. You know how like in movies and TV shows, they'll like demonstrate how to like shoot an arrow or like fire a gun properly, and then they'll put their arms around the main character. That's what big bro does. Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? I thought we were safe. I thought he was good. I thought he was a green flag. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
ここを押さえて包丁はこうですね。コツさえつかめばなんてことありません。
あんたたち何イチャついてるの？
Chi is safe from no one. The brothers do in fact have conflict, and most of the conflict is over Chi and her affections. But aside from that, there is some actual beef between the triplets, But one of the triplets, the non-identical one, Natsume. He has beef with Subaru, which is the athletic brother, and then the twins fighting over movie roles because they're actors slash voice actors, but I don't give a damn, okay? Because it's a nothing burger most of the time. Some of the brothers are fighting for Chi's affection, and they want Chi to acknowledge them as men and not brothers.
じゃない男として
What? I didn't even start sharing the episodes. Whatever. Instead of putting myself and you, but mainly myself again through the entire bullshittery, like I said, we will be touching on the actual crazy parts of each episode. Each episode is around 20 minutes or so. There's a whole lot of nothing and then a whole lot of in it. So you will participate with me in ranking each episode's crazy scenes. So yeah, you can rate it however you want. Out of a 10, out of a cringe meter, out of a saying. You could do a tier ranking. Feel free, my friends, because I can't do this alone. And honestly, this should have been a drinking challenge because there's just way too many. Okay, so I thought because we were starting off with, the first episode, it's episode 1. We should be fine. They're not going to throw and hurl crazy stuff at us from the get-go, right? Every episode begins with a duo or a trio of brothers confessing their feelings, with the exception of Louis and Julie's not a brother, but still confessing their love and feelings for Emma. And Emma is like, that's because we're siblings, is what she usually says.
近すぎるおめえのことが好きだ
それが私たち兄弟
So, episode 1, after Chi moves in with her new siblings and kind of gets a little, situated here and there, we are shown how overprotective Julie can be, the chipmunk, right? Attacking the brothers left and right here and there. Chi is welcomed by all her brothers, and they hang out in the living room. The monk brother, Kaname, he, kisses her hand, and then she covers it up. Like, ugh! With her sleeve. Okay, she doesn't say but her expression, she's like, did you just freaking kiss me? Ew. But yeah, she does that. She finds herself feeling a little overwhelmed, with all this buzz about living in the new apartment or house with her brothers. And one of her brothers is an idol, seeing the TV. It kind of like overwhelms her, and she finds herself feeling a little woozy, and then she faints. So the brothers transport her from the living room to her bedroom. She wakes up to find Kaname there and one of the eldest sons. I can't remember his name. He shows up here and there once or twice, but she's kind of there with them. Nothing crazy happens. Louis pops in to greet Chi. They're getting acquainted, and he actually addresses her as not Emma, but Chi. So that is the first indication that Louis can understand Julie. It's not just Emma who can talk to and understand Julie, it's also Louis, which honestly, that is like the biggest and only interesting plot point of this entire show. Anyway, later in the anime, Chi walks around the house. She needs a map to be able to navigate around because it's so big, and she ends up finding herself walking in on a Subaru. Walking out of the shower, he's in his towel, that's it. And they both kind of like, oh, he gets flustered, and she's like, oops, my bad, never mind, I don't really need to pee no more, gotta go. And I'm like, yo, this house is so big that you can get lost, and they had to make a map for you. Why do y'all only have one bathroom? 13 brothers or something like that? 13 dancing princesses? But you got one bathroom? Come on.
ってことはあそこだねあ
お前大丈夫なのか
はいすみません
悪い
I was like, okay, that's not bad. Psych, that's wrong. Actually, what I omitted was what happened before that episode. If episode 1 just started off with that scene, that would have been fine. But no, that's actually towards the end of episode 1. If we back it up a little bit, back to when Chi fainted, right? Louis came and introduced himself. Once Louis left, Kaname actually brought a cart filled with food and flowers. And he was gonna leave, but Chi heard somebody outside her door, and so she went out to see who it was, and she was like, "Oh, hi, Kaname. Hey, bro." And they made small conversation. They had a little small conversation there. Unfortunately for her, Kaname is a fucking freak. Okay, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna say the word freak a lot in this video, but they're having small talk, and he starts encouraging her to call him big bro.
兄ちゃんでいいよ。
お兄ちゃん。
いいねいいね。もう一回。
お兄ちゃん。
眠れそう？
はい、多分。
お兄ちゃんが添い寝してあげようか。
いえ。
そっか、残念。じゃあ、おやすみ。
I feel like I shouldn't be watching. I feel like I'm in the middle of some sort of role play kink or something. He freaks me out, okay? He just freaks me out. If he wasn't being a smooth fox to his own stepsister, this still would be cringe. The scene goes from 0 to 100 in a cringe meter. In episode 2, we're introduced to this idol brother. You know, he's kind of hanging around. He's taking a nap, and Emma comes home and sees him on the couch, and he's like, "Oh, hi." You know, he makes a little small talk. Mainly, he insults Chi. He's like, "Oh, you're a little bitch, but you're kind of cute in your own way." And it's like, dude, what's your problem? But yeah, he kind of does nothing in this episode. So for now, we're safe. He does nothing in this episode. But him calling Chi a little bitch kind of reminded me of the guy from Diabolic Lovers. I'm pretty sure there was a character in Diabolic Lovers that said little bitch-chan.
ビッチちゃんビッチちゃんビッチちゃんビッチちゃんか。
So episode 2 is all about Subaru's infatuation with Chi, his slow admiration for her, how he likes the fact that she is able to acknowledge all of his hard work, and how she pays attention to him, and she bakes a cake for him for his birthday. So he's like, "Oh my god," and he's flustered. I'm pretty sure Subaru is tame as well, not as crazy as the other brothers, but yeah. So at his birthday party thing, the brothers are curious what his opinion of Chi is. She goes upstairs to her room. She forgets her phone, which is downstairs. She's going to get it, and then she overhears their conversation of like them asking Subaru what his opinion of Chi is, and Chi is quietly listening, and Subaru is just lying because he doesn't want to admit that he is quite fond of her. And he's like, "Oh, she's so annoying, she's like in our space." So he's talking about her in a very negative way. He resents her is what he says, and he kind of storms away from there, starts walking up. When he walks up, he sees Cheese there upstairs, and they have this awkward stare, and he feels bad. She kind of feels like crap and runs off to her room. All she wants is to fit in her new family. That's another thing. Emma just wants a family. She really loves the idea of being a part of a family. And I hate that for her because this family is not it, girl. I know you want a family, but this family is not it. There's something wrong with this family. Anyway, Subaru feels like crap, so he chases after her, knocks on her door. She opens it, and he starts apologizing, right? And he's like, "I'm sorry I said all those things. I was lying." And he's apologizing, and he passes out because he was drunk. He had too much to drink. He passes out, and he falls on top of Emma, and their lips kind of make contact.
すまん。さっきは悪かった。頼むから。忘れてくれ。本当にごめん。
おい、何やってるの？
This is so stupid, right? Like, this scene is so stupid. I know I'm a lightweight when it comes to drinking alcohol, but like mid-conversation? Bro, are you serious? I give this like a 10 out of 10. This scene is stupid. That's my rating for this scene. Okay, so moving on. So in episode 3, Futo is back, the idol brother. So the idol brother... Okay. He asks Emma to buy or rent some DVDs for him because he was at the store, but people were starting to recognize him. And he's like, oh crap, people, fans, I gotta get out. You, sibling, buy me stuff. We'll meet at home. She takes way too long to get home. And so he's like, I'm going to have to punish you. Like, he likes teasing her. And he's surprised to see how obedient she is. Like, she doesn't like counter or anything, and she's like, oh, okay, because he's like, oh, let's go to your room and watch movies, and she actually listens, and they go into her room to watch movies, and then he's like, oh, so submissive.
お待たせ。
遅い DVD 借りるだけなのにいつまで待たせるわけ
ごめんなさい。
謝れば済むと思ったら大間違いだよ罰としていろいろしてもらうからあんたの部屋でね
He's a year younger than her, but that doesn't mean anything, because he's a freak. He's a freak. He asks Chi to put Julie in her school backpack, zip it up, so that Julie can't attack him. Now, why would you need her to put Julie in her bag if you weren't gonna start doing some crazy, shady shit? Like, sir, explain yourself. You're about to do something really, really shady, aren't you? And he does. When they're watching the movie, he attempts to kiss her.
気づかなかったんだろうかわいいよこれからは姉さんって呼ばせてもらっていい
ふうとくん。いや、その。
おーいゆか来週の進路相談のことだけどよ
髪がぐちゃぐちゃになるだろう
黙れったく油断も隙もね
じゃあまたね今度二人で楽しもうね
黙れっつってんだ
Luckily, Yusuke shows up and drags him away, right? And he saves the day. I have to say this before I forget. Yusuke, I barely have any notes on him other than he has a crush on Emma before the parents were getting married. And 2, he's pretty tame in the anime. He actually almost never pulls a move on Emma and does his best to give her advice when she does need some sort of help or guidance, like with the counselor situation. So they need to go and figure out what career paths they need to do or plan for in the future. If they want to go to college, not what are they going to do, planning for the future. He, gives her good advice and encourages her to put their eldest brother's name on everything and kind of makes her feel like a part of the family. I have no idea what kind of freak he is in the Otome game, and I don't want to know. So far, he is not a freak. So, Yusuke no freak. And the youngest kid, the youngest one, he actually sounds like Hanako-kun to me. But anyway, later in this episode, we get introduced to Natsume. Natsume is one of the big freaks. He's one of the triplets, okay? I didn't mention the triplets, I think. The triplets, these are the twins, and Natsume is their fraternal twin, but fraternal triplet? Yeah. Anyway, he doesn't live with them. He lives on his own in the apartment. But that does not mean that Emma is safe from him. He has the most interactions with Emma. The anime, I feel like, portrays Emma and Natsume's scenes in a more romantic light. But, that's just my opinion. He and Emma bond over Natsume working for a gaming company. This gaming company makes a lot of the games that Emma likes to play because she's a gamer. Oh, yeah. And so he's like, oh, I'll send over some samples for you to try. And she's like, oh, great, thanks. Cool, big bro. She's just so innocent. She doesn't think badly of them. Why would she? Why would she? In episode 4, Natsume and Chi meet over at a cafe where a bunch of older ladies in the background mistake them for like a couple.
ずいぶん早く来てたんだな待ったか
あ、いえ。やだ、あの人かっこよくない？でも彼女と待ち合わせみたい。カップルだと思われてる？
I know what you're doing, anime. I know what you're doing, but I am not falling for that. I am not falling for that, okay? Once it starts getting late, oh, by the way, they met because Chi was having a hard time getting through a level of a game that he sent over to her. So she just wanted to talk about that. But once it starts getting late, they start walking around. It's the holiday season, right? It's the holiday season. And at this point, their interaction is nowhere near as creepy as all the other brothers. Natsume and her talk. There's a moment, and then he takes off his scarf and puts it around her. Cool, I guess. It's still gross. Still making me feel, I'm very suspicious of you, but the radar isn't 100% going off. And that's mainly because of how they portray Natsume, in my personal opinion. I feel like they always try and approach him in a less freak way, a more gentleman way. I hate that. And yes, Natsume is into her. Once at home, the twins are having a fight. Who cares what they're fighting about? Blah. Emma goes to comfort Tsubaki, the white-haired. Tsubaki always reminds me of Subaru from Diabolic Lovers. She goes to comfort Tsubaki, and they end up having a conversation. They're talking. She's trying to comfort him, be a supportive sister, and he kisses her.
偉そうなこと言って。
ごめん。でもさ、落ち込んでる男の子が立ち直るには、可愛い女の子の
Know your fucking place, trash.
After kissing her, he gives her this stupid ass excuse. His excuse is that, what was it? How a depressed boy always needs a kiss from a cute girl. Tsubaki, I have no idea what you're on. Shut up. You could have kissed a cute girl that wasn't your stepsister. What are you on? Tsubaki, can you stop listening to podcasts? Touch grass? And don't touch your sister? Damn. But wait, there's more. Tsubaki's a freak. A bigger freak than Kaname. Okay? Because he goes in for another kiss.
ところでさ、さっきから気になってたんだけど、このマフラーってメンズじゃね？
And then he notices that she has a men's scarf. How can you tell the difference between a man and a woman's scarf? But whatever, he notices a man's scarf around her, and he gets mad. And he's like, oh, are you cheating on me? No, but you know, he gets mad. He gets triggered. I give this scene an 11 out of 10 rage bait. You got me. This is ridiculous. Next episode, so we made it to episode 5, believe it or not. And in this episode, Subaru invites the athletic brother. He invites Chi to watch him play a match because he wants to win in front of her. It's because he likes her, and we know Subaru likes her, so yeah. Julie, the chipmunk, is like, no, don't go to the match and cheer him on. You're a real one for that, Julie.
試合絶対見に来てくれよな。お前の前で勝ちたいんだ。
応援に行くのか？ダメだダメだ。試合の応援など。
Also, before I forget, this is the episode where the older lawyer brother demonstrates how to cut a bigger piece of meat to Chi. And Julie attacks him. I love Julie for that, yes.
前もか。この悪徳弁護士め。
ジュリ
赤いチューリップといいなんといい。この家のスノボと来たら。
So after Subaru wins his match, he runs over to Chi, he hugs her, they're embracing, and then Natsume shows up, and Natsume and Subaru are beefing because Natsume can't mind his own business. Natsume is always pressuring Subaru to be the best at basketball, I believe, and whatever. There's beef between them. And of course, because they both like Chi, the tension grows even more. In episode 6, Futo transfers to the same school as Yusuke and Chi. And I don't know if it's lunchtime or so. But he's napping underneath a tree. Chi is passing by him and he starts saying some sus stuff.
ダメだよ、姉さん。
寝言
あ、ダメ。そんなことされたら。 僕、我慢ができなくなる。
She gets pretty close to him, right? Like pretty close to him, and then he pins her to the tree. And then fakes or pretends to kiss her.
そう、逃げないんだ。じゃあ僕の好きにしちゃうからね。楽しみにしてて。
Fast forward, they're at home and they're looking at family photos when Chi finds a blurry photo of Azusa, one of the identical twins. And she looks really happy to see the photo. And so Azusa, do you want to keep the photo? You can keep the photo if you want. And she's like, yeah. Tsubaki, the other twin, takes note of that and declares war, basically. He's like, oh, this is a competition. I'm not gonna back down from winning over her to Azusa.
はっきり言っとくけど、いくら暑さでも俺彼女のことだけは譲らないよ。
Who thought this shit was good? Who let the author for this cook? At that point, at the end of episode 6 is when I took the longest break. I took like a 2-hour or 3-hour break before watching the next episode because my brain needed to reset. It was doing something to my brain. Not to yuck your yum, right? Not to yuck your yum if you love this kind of stuff. But I just can't. I just can't. So later, Tsubaki actually tries something again with Chi. So later at night, he embraces her and then bam, just like that, he is kissing her and then he pushes on top of a couch, I think. He's on top of her, he's confessing his feelings for her, and then Azusa has to come and yank him off her.
俺は真剣なんだ。それを証明する。好きだ。好きなんだ。絶対に誰にも渡さない。
I rate that my eyes burn because I cannot unsee it. It's burned in my head. It'll take a while for me to forget that. Episode 7. I skipped because my brain couldn't take it. Nothing too crazy happens in episode 7. Episode 8. We're almost done. I swear. So Azusa asks Emma after that interaction with Tsubaki and her if they are dating. If Tsubaki, his twin, and Emma are dating. And she's like, no, dude, I see him as a big brother and that's it. And she's about to turn away and walk off when he decides that he's going to confess his feelings for her. And he wants her to see him as a man and not a brother.
男としては。
そういう風に考えたことはありません。だからあの時あずささんに止めてもらって感謝してます。
時の言う通りだよ。僕は彼の邪魔をしたんだ。僕はね、君のことが好きなんだ。兄としてじゃない、男として。
End me. Because what are you talking about? Why? Like, why couldn't this just be a regular reverse harem? Forget that, okay? Forget the reverse harem part of it. Forget the stepbro part of it. The plot in itself is so boring, okay? Like, all there is to it are these shock value moments of like the brothers just being creepy. And notice how that's all I'm talking about, because other than that, there's nothing of much value happening. The writing is not that good. Not saying something, because I will defend some dog water writing sometimes. Please, I rate that one. Please leave your sister alone, because what are you doing? Episode 9. We're flying through this now, okay? So, this is a big one. It's Natsume, isn't it? Okay, so episode 9 starts with Emma finding out just randomly. She's just investigating this and randomly finding out that her father is not her biological father.
パパと本当の親子じゃなく。
なんかあったのか？
Who cares? Who cares, Miss Ma'am? He raised you, he loves you, okay? I know what this anime's doing. I know what you're doing, anime, and I won't stand for this loophole. Mm-mm-mm. No, ma'am. She's upset, and she doesn't want to go home, so she goes to a park, and it's raining like crazy, and Natsume decides that he's going to go look for her, and he finds her. So the two of them talk at the park, and he's like, hey, I'm not going to force you to go home. If you want, you can come over to my apartment. At least dry up so you don't get sick. And she's like, okay, fine. So they go to his apartment. We meet his two little cute kitties named after the twins, Suza and Tsubaki. And she goes to take a shower. And when she goes to take a shower, he calls Louis and lets him know, like, hey, she's here. Do you want to come pick her up? And then when she comes out, he offers her food and whatnot, and they're talking. We're fine. We're chilling. She starts opening up to him about what's wrong, how she feels, and he's comforting her, and then he hugs her, he embraces her, and then he kisses her.
待て。お前はいらない人間なんかじゃない。お前をどこにもやらない。今日は泊まっていけ。
At this point, I'm running out of things to say and ways to react because it's the same old drama. But it bothers me each time. But anyway, Natsume, he shrugs off the kiss like it was nothing and he goes back to having a conversation with her. And then he says to Chi that she needs to trust her brothers. She needs to have trust in her brothers. Sir, you are saying that right after you kissed her. What are you talking about? Am I losing my mind? Yes, I'm losing my mind. But anyway, he says Louis and Julie come to the rescue. Before they take Chi, Julie attacks Natsume. Rightfully so. Good. Someone needs... I feel like Julie was created to represent an average viewer's opinion. That just has to be it.
すみませんでした。心配かけて。
地位は悪くない。だが、貴様よくも地位をかどわかしたな。
ジュリさん、ダメ。
しかしこいつは。
ジュリー。
地位。
ジュリー？
ほっとしたんだと思う。
So once they leave Natsume's place, it's sunny now. It's not rainy. They sit underneath a tree on a bench, and Julie falls asleep because he was worried about Chi, and Louis then puts his head on her and sleeps, and so all three of them fall asleep. And once they're asleep, Chi has a dream, and in this dream, Julie appears in his human form, and he reassures to Emma that her father loves her, and that she is cared for and loved by him, and that she should not worry that he is not her biological father, because she's been raised by him since she was a baby. So he loves her. He loves her a lot, and he works really hard so that he can provide for her, right? So he does his best to reassure her. And this is like the first time I noticed that Emma was choosing to hug somebody, because usually everybody else is touching her without her permission and consent. So this is like the first time that she is hugging somebody, which was interesting to me. So we're so in the trenches. It's so bad. They got me shipping a chipmunk with Girly. It's so bad. Things do not get better in episode 10. Kaname is back. So episode 10, there's like this event happening, and he invites his fam to this monk event. Wasn't paying too much attention because I was wrapping my head around this lead monk who shows up, drops some cool wisdom onto Chi. This is his wisdom.
金持ちも貧乏も結局悩むことは同じなんだよ。不思議なくらいね。人は愛で悩む。愛の悩みは尽きないけど、ありのままの自分でぶつかるしかないよ。それでも壊れないのが家族だし、 本当の愛だからね。
She takes whatever he says and converts it into, oh, my brothers have been honest with their feelings this entire time, but I've been a coward. Girlie, please don't do this to me. Please do not blame yourself for them being freaks. They're being freaks. They're doing shit siblings aren't supposed to do, step or not. Okay? Please. She's like, oh, it's me. I'm the coward. I've been the one running away from my feelings.
ママにみんな伝えてくれてたんだ。ぶつかるのを恐れて逃げていたのは私。
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I've run out ways to express myself. I feel like I'm also yelling a lot, so I busted my vocal cord. Emma, why? Anyway, Kaname's back at it again, kissing Chi.
くれてありがとう。礼を言うのは俺の方だ。おやすみ、俺たちの大事な妹ちゃん。
Are we surprised? No. And if you did do this as a drinking challenge, how many shots have you taken so far? Please don't. Episode 11. Okay, in this episode, Natsume is back. In this episode, Natsume pulls Emma into a hug. He embraces her. And I think for the first time he asks himself, or he admits, damn, I'm a shitty ass brother, because no brother would do this to their own sister. Anyway, and then he's also like, I can't ignore my feelings for you. Trash. Anyway, Subaru is walking and he sees the two, and then Natsume and Subaru are arguing and they're just yelling at each other, and Emma's just kind of just there. She doesn't speak to clarify anything and to clear up any misunderstanding. And I'm like, all right, wrap it up. I wish. One more episode. Last episode. So, in the last episode, everyone is leaving home. Subaru leaves first. He leaves to go to... he's already in college. I think he just leaves to get better at basketball and to better himself as a brother. And he's like, I have to leave now to become a better man for you, Emma. Okay. You go do that. Bye-bye. No one's gonna miss you. Then slowly all the other brothers start leaving for career or other reasons. But yeah, the house starts feeling empty. And, Emma feels kind of sad and lonely because she wanted a family. She wanted that busy, loud family atmosphere, right? And yeah, it's kind of all dead and sad. Emma gets into the college that she wants to go to, so the family throw a little gathering to celebrate that. Kaname's here. Natsume drops by. At the balcony of the house, Natsume pulls Emma into a kiss. Again.
ごめんな。こんな兄貴で。おやすみ。
And then he apologizes to her for being her brother or for being this way. Oh, I'm sorry, such a shitty brother. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The anime ends with Emma kind of like wandering and pondering about things. She goes to sleep and then she dreams, Who greenlit this shit is my question. All the characters, trash. Plot, non-existent. My time, wasted. Design, average. My brain cells, gone. I don't even have the energy to express frustration over Emma's writing. I understand that she craves for friendship and family. Not friendship, family. But surely even a person who desires family bonds can acknowledge and realize that those brothers did not behave like brothers. The youngest brother did, but the rest of them, if anything, it's like a horror story. It's like Emma is stuck in an incest family abuse. Yeah. It's like, ooh, is Is this a psychological horror disguised as an otome game? That would make sense. Anyway, that's it for today.